What is going on, Pats Nation? It's Patriots Global here, back with another video, and in this one, we are going to be talking about the New England Patriots continuing to make signings. This time, they finally are making a move here on offense. They're making a move at wide receiver, finally. I know we're all waiting for this. We much need help here at the wide receiver position. This time, it's a bit of a surprising move, I'm not going to lie, as the New England Patriots are signing wide receiver Nelson Agholor to a 2-year deal, $26 million. Now look, I know Bill Belichick and the news were reporting that the Patriots were going to be going hard at wide receiver, helping out pass catchers. When I pictured that, I didn't necessarily think Nelson Agholor now. I thought maybe they could. He makes sense for them, but I was not expecting $26 million for him. Now, it is worth mentioning that it is brought down a little bit. He is only expected to make about, $11 million per year. The rest is all incentive-based, meaning that he should make about $11 million per season, and then about $3 to $4 million of that is incentive-based. So it is still a bit high, but it isn't that $14 to $15 million that we were originally expecting per year. And I know that does sound like a lot of money, and don't get me wrong, it definitely is. But honestly, at this point, for a number 2, number 1 possibly, that's around the money that they're making. Now, I do believe that Nelson Agholor, if he is a number 2 for the Patriots, they're pushing it a little bit, contract-wise and giving him that money. He had a really great season with the Raiders this past season, and we'll get into all that in this video. But that was just one season, and the question is, what version of Nelson Agholor are we going to get? If the Patriots view him as a number 1 guy, and they think that they can turn Nelson Agholor into their number 1 wide receiver like he was with the Raiders, then that's great. But if he doesn't pan out for New England and he turns out to be someone like he was towards the end of his career with Philadelphia, then it's like, ooh, yeah, definitely not worth all that money. With this signing, I would definitely say that he has the potential to be a number 1 wide receiver for New England, but it isn't something I'm going to bet my life on. I'm not going to go into the season saying Nelson Agholor is our number 1 wide receiver. It honestly just has to see how it's going to pan out. We're going to have to see how the offseason goes in OTA's minicamp, training camp, seeing how he connects with the scheme and the offense, with the coaches, most importantly, the quarterback. And then we can start to make those decisions and have discussions about that. But until then, I'm not confident in saying he's a number 1 guy. Also a 2-year deal, so, it isn't a long-term deal, but it is more than just 1 year, which is pretty nice, kind of trying to give some certainty to the wide receiver position, which I think we can all agree it's about time. But Agholor will also add something that the Patriots desperately need and something that New England has really been looking for, and that's a receiver to place on the outside. Nelson Agholor has played a little bit in the middle, but he's not a slot guy. He's a pure outside guy. We can finally say that the New England Patriots could have a pure outside guy, something that they were hoping to have with N'Keal Harry. It just didn't work out. At 6 foot, 200 pounds, he'll be an average target, but still someone on the taller side for the quarterback to throw to. Like I said earlier, he is coming off of his best season in the NFL. I'm honestly kind of surprised he didn't re-sign with the Raiders just because he had a spectacular season. He had an all-pro, well, maybe not an all-pro, but a Pro Bowl caliber-esque season as he caught 48 passes for 896 yards, just 4 yards under 900, along with 8 total touchdowns. Now, he is 27 years old. The Patriots are getting a veteran at the wide receiver position, which definitely never hurts. By the time his contract will be up, he'll be about 29. And I'm sure we most notably know him from the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, when his time was done with the Philadelphia Eagles, right before he signed with the Raiders, we were talking about, should the Patriots bring him in? The Raiders got him on a spectacular deal, especially for how he produced on a veteran minimum. But let's be real, nobody expected him to go off as much as he did with the Raiders after how he performed with the Philadelphia Eagles. The big thing with Nelson Agholor is drops. That was his huge thing with the Eagles, and that's why the Eagles decided to move on from him. Despite him having a big season with the Raiders this past year, drops are still a bit of a concern. He had 9 drops this past year with the Raiders. Belichick doesn't deal with drops. Belichick doesn't like drops. Julian Edelman is someone who dealt big with drops. We cannot afford to have drops. So just cross your fingers that he can get that under wraps and that him having drops will not be a problem in New England. Now, not only is he going to add a body on the outside, but he's also a fast receiver. You know, he's underrated in that aspect, and that's why he was a downfield threat for the Raiders this past season. His 40 time was a 4.42 in 2050 when he ran his 40-yard dash. I do believe that he is a bit faster than a 4.42, but it does help to go show that he is a faster receiver in the league. He's someone who could be, again, a downfield threat for the Patriots, someone who could stretch the field and potentially be a vertical threat. Overall, what he brings to the Patriots is big play ability. What did the Patriots lack the last couple of years? Big plays. It was run the ball, slants, screen passes, checkdowns, dump-offs. Nothing crazy. They didn't really have big plays down the field. I actually think they ranked last the past couple of seasons in big plays. At least they ranked towards the bottom of the NFL in that aspect. You look at this past year, they only had a few big plays. Nelson Agholor is someone who could help with that bigger play ability. To go along with the 48 passes he caught for 896 yards and those 8 touchdowns, he was averaging a whopping 18.7 yards per catch average in the NFL. That ranked second in all receivers in the NFL, only behind Green Bay's wide receiver. And I'm going to try to say the Green Bay Packers receiver's name. I believe it is Marquise Valdez-Scantling. And he was averaging 20.9 yards per catch. Now, of course, Belichick always knows guys that perform well against him. Nelson Agholor did perform against the Patriots this past season with the Raiders, and he did perform in the Super Bowl with the Eagles that defeated the Patriots back in Super Bowl 52, in which he caught 9 passes in that game on 11 targets for 84 yards. Now, Nelson Agholor has put up some other pretty good seasons. In Philadelphia in 2017 and 2018, he was able to put up over 700 yards, but in 2019, he was only able to put up about 300. The thing, again, that really just does concern me about him is his ability to catch the ball and drops. In 2020, he had a catch percentage of 58.5. In 2019, he had a catch percentage of 56.5. So the question mark is, can he secure the ball? Can he be a reliable target when we need him to be? Before we end this video off, guys, I do want to talk about my boys and the sponsors of this video, which I appreciate more than anything. BetOnline.ag. Now, BetOnline has the fastest and easiest ways to bet on all of your sports action. Football might be over, but NBA, college basketball, and the NHL are still in full swing. BetOnline even covers awards, TV shows, and reality TV. They also have real-time updated odds and props, almost anything that you can imagine. BetOnline also has you covered for all of the news, scores, and odds, and it is the best way for you to place your bets, and it is completely free to sign up. All you guys got to do is head to the website or use your mobile device and sign up today to receive your 50% off welcome bonus on your first deposit. Again, that is BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts. Do not sit on the sidelines anymore, my friends. Get in with the action and do not forget to use that promo code CLNS50 for your 50% off on your first deposit. Nelson Agholor agrees to a 2-year contract with the New England Patriots. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below. Like always, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. Hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I upload. But like always, thank you guys so much for watching.